Okay, so now we're taking a look at our language curriculum. It's spread across these shelves, and when you're ready, we're going to start introducing the sounds of the alphabet just 4 at a time to keep it manageable and so that we can ensure mastery of these 4 sounds before moving on to the next ones. We're going to use these manipulatives to recognize the symbol. So we're going to practice, and we're going to call this always rather than R, just to keep it simple for the child. And then we're going to sort some objects so that we hear rhinoceros. Then we're going to go on to this second box down here where we're going to sort some cards where you might see a picture of an ostrich or a banana. And you practice tuning your ear and recognizing the symbol to all these different initial sounds. When you're through with that family, then we'll move on to the next one, and we repeat the process and we just march our way through the alphabet. The first time the teacher shows you this lesson, she'll sit with you one-on-one and complete it from start to finish. Then you'll get it out as a student that afternoon or in the following days and try your best to complete it in the same way. We hope for one fewer mistake each day. And when you have reached mastery, you can truly do it by yourself, then we'll mark mastered on your record-keeping card, and that lets all the teachers in the room know that you're ready for the next lesson. After you've completed the alphabet, we call that white reading, you're ready to start building words. We call that pink reading. And when the child is ready, we're going to just isolate the difficulty again for them, make it manageable. This is a box full of objects that have the ah sound in the middle. So we're going to practice spelling first, just things like hat, cat, and rat. Really predictable so you can build some confidence. Then we'll move through the shelf and we'll practice each vowel sound like that, and then we'll mix it all up. Along the way, it'll be time to start practicing these mystery words so that you can read phrases. When you've mastered phrases, we can stretch that into sentences. And then we're ready to start getting into some of our book work. Children may also be working in blue reading at this time. Again, not dependent on their age, just dependent on what they're ready for. And that's going to have things like mask, where we're introducing some blends. Everything color-coded blue, so the child can help themselves clearly and be prepared for their own work. This work is happening in Children's House. Pink and blue reading is also happening in our elementary program in kindergarten. It remains self-paced throughout. Also, I'd like to note that we're practicing writing, drawing lines and curves early on with this work, the metal inset, and we are introducing proper letter formation, either large scale on a chalkboard, working our way down the lined paper, but we do find it really important to practice writing when the hand is ready. As we move around to the math area of our room, again, everything is broken down to managed objectives. So you might start with just practicing 1 through 3, stretch it through 1 through 5, have a really neat concrete way to see how much more 10 is than 1 as you bring these rods back and forth to your work mat. Tons of way to practice counting 1 through 10. Nothing is more important. And when we notice that that is mastered, then you're ready to really get into some of the advanced materials. Beginning with this work that's here, it's called our teen board. And from the beginning, this is a Montessori created material that's beautiful. You see that a 10 and a 1 makes an 11. And we practice, slowly increasing the difficulty until we're ready for some of the work on this shelf, which is a 100 board. It's like a puzzle you would interact with to get the tiles in order from 1 to 100. Some of these materials are set up for addition, and some of these materials are even set up for multiplication as well. These chains that are hanging here allow the child to count out 3, 6, 9, and 4, 8, 12, 16 to be introduced to multiplication. So it's the beauty of the materials and the interest of the child that lets them just really excel and prepare them for kindergarten in a really strong way.